In this advanced analysis, we examine the intricate perspective held by ancient civilizations regarding the nature of life, death, and the universe. In our discussion, we address the hypothesis that death is not an absolute cessation, but a transition into another phase, a journey wherein cosmic energy is reconfigured rather than extinguished. This script explores highly technical and data-driven insights into ancient death rituals, architectural alignments, and observed natural cycles, an investigation intended for experts well-versed in archaeological and cosmological research. Through comprehensive analysis, we evaluate evidence from ancient Egyptian burial practices, East Asian mortuary traditions, and the ceremonial customs of indigenous peoples. We discuss how these civilizations integrated their empirical observations of celestial and terrestrial cycles into rigorous metaphysical frameworks. Our synthesis draws upon cutting-edge concepts in astrophysics, thermodynamics, and archaeology. We integrate modern interpretations of the conservation of energy and the principles of entropy with ancient symbolic representations. Precise analysis of astronomical alignments and geological data further supports our inquiry into these enigmatic practices. Each aspect of our discussion is underpinned by fact-driven analysis, historical documentation, and quantitative assessments of architectural measurements and natural phenomena. The aim is to stimulate an intellectually rigorous dialogue that challenges both contemporary scientific methodologies and conventional historical interpretations. With technical detail and exacting standards in data analysis, we invite expert audiences to reevaluate the depth of ancient wisdom. Our objective is not merely to recount historical events, but to provide a multidimensional understanding of life's perpetual cycles. This is our scholarly endeavor now: ancient civilizations and their views on death. Ancient civilizations meticulously developed intricate cosmologies that centered upon the themes of life, death, and rebirth. Egyptians, for instance, intricately constructed elaborate burial practices and monumental pyramid complexes designed to facilitate a transformative journey in the afterlife. Detailed hieroglyphic inscriptions and funerary texts, such as the Book of the Dead, reveal a systematic approach to preserving and renewing the soul's energy. In parallel, East Asian cultures, including those in ancient Korea and parts of China, practiced elaborate rites which integrated ancestral worship with calendrical cycles, emphasizing the cyclical nature of existence. Indigenous cultures across North America similarly observed and recorded the cycles of nature, symbolically linking the physical decay of the body to the renewal of cosmic energy through soil fertilization and seasonal transformations. These diverse traditions, though geographically isolated, showcase a common understanding that death was not a definitive termination, but rather a necessary phase within an endless continuum. This ancient paradigm was built upon thorough empirical observations of natural phenomena, such as lunar phases, solar cycles, and seasonal vegetation patterns. Archaeological excavations have unveiled consistent evidence that many ancient structures were deliberately aligned with astronomical bodies, indicating that these cultures dedicated substantial resources to harmonizing their physical constructions with celestial events. Such alignments, rigorously measured and documented, reflect an advanced grasp of geometry and astronomy. In essence, the civilizations of antiquity synthesized their observations into robust philosophical doctrines that extolled the persistence of energy. The funerary traditions, architectural alignments, and ritualistic practices collectively support the view that death was perceived as a transformation, a transmutation of energy, rather than a cessation of existence, thus establishing a framework that challenges linear interpretations of life and death. This comprehensive evaluation integrates empirical archaeological findings with quantitative astronomical measurements to substantiate a redefinition of ancient metaphysical doctrines, truly beyond doubt. The concept of cosmic energy and the immortality of energy. The contemporary principle that energy is conserved, as described by the first law of thermodynamics, offers a compelling parallel to ancient conceptions of life's eternal flow. Modern physics demonstrates that the energy in any closed system remains constant, merely shifting between forms, a fact that resonates with ancient observations of transformation in both natural and human-made systems. Ancient scholars, though lacking modern instrumentation, nonetheless developed sophisticated models of cosmic energy that implicitly recognized phenomena such as entropy and energy turnover. Detailed records from Egyptian tomb inscriptions, for example, not only catalog the material possessions intended for the afterlife, but also symbolically reference the perpetual renewal of life's essence. In similar fashion, cosmological models from ancient India and pre-Columbian America incorporate cycles of energy transformation, representing a vast, interconnected universe in which every element is intrinsically linked to a continuous process of change. Contemporary scientific studies involving astrophysical processes, such as nuclear fusion in stars, supernova explosions, and cosmic microwave background radiation, corroborate the concept that even the most massive celestial bodies undergo transformation while preserving energy. This persistence of energy, reanimated within new structures and phenomena, has led to today's conception of matter as an emergent property of energetic interactions. Extensive quantitative analysis, including spectral data and energy distribution maps, supports this immutable principle. Ancient knowledge, when reinterpreted through the lens of modern science, reveals a deep understanding of energetic conservation and transformation. It is plausible that the empirical observations of the ancients, although framed in symbolic language, laid the foundations for contemporary thermodynamic theories. By recognizing that the death of one star can seed the formation of new planets, we appreciate the timelessness of energy, a force that neither begins nor ends, but only metamorphoses, thereby sustaining the dynamic equilibrium of the universe. This immutable concept endures powerfully through all cosmic epochs. Natural observations and symbolism in ancient cultures. Ancient scholars meticulously observed natural phenomena and employed symbolism to encapsulate fundamental truths about existence. Detailed attention to the seasonal dynamics of flora and fauna, including the periodic decay and subsequent nutrient recycling in ecosystems, provided tangible evidence of natural cycles. Although plants do not regenerate from decomposing matter directly, their nutrients re-enter the soil and support new growth, a process that ancient cultures interpreted as a metaphor for rebirth. Similarly, the daily journey of the sun across the sky, with its apparent disappearance during twilight and return at dawn, became deeply emblematic of mortality and regeneration. Precise astronomical tracking enabled these cultures to align their monuments with solar and stellar phenomena, a practice that underscores their sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics. Sites such as the Giza Plateau and structures at Baalbek feature geometrical alignments and measured orientations that suggest intentional synchronization with cosmic events. Moreover, indigenous narratives richly incorporate symbols drawn from natural cycles, merging empirical observations with spiritual expression. The reliance on natural rhythms, such as lunar calendars or seasonal markers, illustrates a fundamental connection between terrestrial life and astronomical cycles. Ancient texts and iconographies consistently utilize symbolic imagery to convey complex philosophical and cosmological ideas, thereby linking the macrocosm with the microcosm in a seamless dialogue. This synthesis of natural observation and symbolic language illustrates an advanced, albeit non-scientific, methodology for understanding the interconnectedness of the environment, celestial bodies, and human existence. The observations were not merely anecdotal, but were rigorously recorded, with immense precision that later generations have verified against current astronomical data. Such rigorous documentation aids in the recognition of underlying universal patterns that govern both life and death, reinforcing the notion that symmetry and cyclicity are intrinsic to the natural order. This comprehensive analysis continues to inspire rigorous theoretical and practical investigation, indeed profoundly. Limitations of contemporary scientific methods. Modern scientific methodologies are inherently designed for controlled experiments and reproducibility, which poses challenges when investigating phenomena that occurred in antiquity. The study of ancient civilizations and their metaphysical doctrines is fundamentally limited by the inability to replicate historical conditions in a laboratory setting. Artifacts, architectural alignments, and written records must be interpreted with caution, and even slight biases in archaeological techniques can significantly impact our conclusions. Mainstream researchers often depend on quantifiable data, but some aspects of ancient knowledge emerge from symbolic inscriptions and alignment correlations that defy straightforward quantitative analysis. For example, while it has been documented that the geographic coordinates of the Giza pyramids remarkably align with the modern measurement of the speed of light, many scholars dismiss such findings as coincidental. This illustrative example underscores the broader issue of inherent methodological limitations, the challenge of objectively evaluating evidence that is both qualitative and quantitative in nature. Furthermore, the reliance on extant records, which have undergone centuries of weathering, translation, and interpretation, introduces additional uncertainties. The rigor of mathematical and astronomical measurements from ancient texts is undeniable, yet their symbolic context is often minimized in contemporary discourse. A strict application of Newtonian mechanics or modern engineering principles to these ancient constructions frequently fails to account for alternative, non-empirical sources of insight that may have informed their design. Moreover, the expectation that every observed phenomenon should be explainable within current scientific paradigms can result in the premature dismissal of anomalies that might otherwise broaden our understanding of the past. In this context, the limitations of contemporary science are evident, not as a failure of the scientific method, but as an indication that certain historical and cultural phenomena may require alternative lines of inquiry. A multifaceted approach that balances rigorous empirical analysis with openness to unconventional hypotheses is necessary in order to capture the full spectrum of ancient wisdom and its applications. Ultimately, the constraints of modern methodologies suggest that a reevaluation of evidence, free from prevailing biases, is essential for advancing our comprehension of intricate historical processes. These challenges require research paradigms which honor both empirical rigor and interpretative innovation, exploring alternative theories and speculative hypotheses. Exploring alternative theories demands an interdisciplinary approach that embraces both rigorous scientific inquiry and open speculative analysis. One such hypothesis is that ancient civilizations might have obtained cosmic knowledge beyond conventional historical accounts. Proponents of these theories suggest that advanced extraterrestrial visitors, equipped with sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics and energy transformation, could have imparted wisdom to our prehistoric ancestors. This hypothesis is supported by certain architectural anomalies and astronomical alignments observed in sites such as the Giza pyramids, Baalbek, and other megalithic structures. Quantitative evaluations reveal that these monuments not only adhere to precise geometrical principles, but also exhibit alignments that appear to correspond with specific astronomical parameters. The latitude coordinates, for example, are intriguingly close to the numerical value representing the speed of light in modern units. Furthermore, detailed computational models demonstrate that such precision would be exceedingly difficult to achieve using the conventional tools and methods presumed to be available to the ancients. Alternative theories also propose that these civilizations might have developed an intrinsic understanding of energy conservation and transformation, gleaned from their close observation of natural cycles and celestial events. Numerous studies correlate the intricacies of ancient symbolic languages with known advanced mathematical and astronomical concepts, suggesting that the ancients encoded hidden knowledge within these symbols. Additionally, reassessments of ancient texts and hieroglyphs have revealed passages that some scholars interpret as descriptions of phenomena analogous to modern astrophysical processes. While mainstream scholarship often dismisses these possibilities as imaginative conjectures, emerging research in archaeoastronomy and experimental archaeology provides preliminary evidence to support a re-examination of these claims. It is essential to approach this discourse with both critical skepticism and intellectual flexibility. By integrating comprehensive data analysis, computer simulations, and cross-cultural studies, researchers can develop robust models that accommodate both established historical facts and previously unexplained anomalies. Such interdisciplinary synthesis offers a promising avenue for reconciling conventional archaeological evidence with alternative theoretical frameworks. In this light, The speculative hypotheses not only challenge our understanding of ancient technological capabilities, but also expand the scope of scientific inquiry into the profound interconnectedness of cosmic and human evolution. By embracing these unorthodox perspectives, researchers are encouraged to revisit archaeological sites with innovative methodologies. Advanced statistical analyses, geospatial mapping, and simulation techniques can rigorously test these alternative theories, thereby bridging the gap between empirical data and speculative interpretation, ultimately enriching our comprehension of ancient science. Bias, evidence, and the debate in mainstream scholarship. Mainstream scholarship frequently encounters criticisms of bias when confronting evidence that challenges established paradigms. The dismissal of anomalous findings, such as the intriguing correspondence between the geographic coordinates of the Giza pyramids and the measured speed of light, exemplifies a tendency to reduce complex details to outright coincidences. Critics argue that such evidence is not adequately scrutinized, despite its potential implications for our understanding of the ancients. Rigorous numerical analysis and advanced measurement techniques consistently reveal that the construction of megalithic structures, notably at sites like Baalbek, could not have been accomplished solely with primitive tools and manual labor. Instead, the precision observed in stone alignments, weight distributions, and geometrical configurations suggests a level of technical sophistication that is difficult to reconcile with conventional theories. Moreover, the debate is intensified by selective use of data, wherein scholars may emphasize certain empirical findings while ignoring others that do not conform to predetermined narratives. This selective emphasis hampers a holistic understanding of ancient engineering and cosmology. Several independent studies have systematically recorded inconsistencies between the expected outcomes of known methods and the actual results manifested in these structures. Such studies incorporate advanced computational modeling and statistical evaluations, yet their conclusions are often marginalized. It is imperative that the scientific community exercises intellectual honesty by critically re-examining all available evidence without defaulting to established dogma. A balanced approach, one that equally values quantitative metrics and qualitative nuances, is essential for a comprehensive understanding of ancient achievements. Dismissing challenging evidence on the grounds of conventional wisdom not only undermines scientific progress, but also stifles innovative thought. Ultimately, fostering an environment of open inquiry and methodological pluralism is crucial to bridging the gap between traditional interpretations and emerging alternative hypotheses regarding the capabilities and knowledge of ancient civilizations. A comprehensive reanalysis of historical data, incorporating both modern technological advances and meticulous field studies, can illuminate previously overlooked details. This re-examination promises to refine our understanding and challenge entrenched assumptions. It is through such critical evaluation that the academic community may ultimately reconcile conflicting interpretations and advance the discourse. Innovative research will drive transformative progress, indeed. Conclusion and call for open-minded exploration. In summary, the evidence presented throughout this analysis reveals that ancient civilizations possessed a complex understanding of life, death, and the immutable nature of cosmic energy. The multifaceted burial practices, precise architectural alignments, and rigorous astronomical observations demonstrate that the ancients were deeply engaged with cycles of transformation and continuity. Integrating modern scientific principles, such as the conservation of energy and entropy, with these time-honored traditions provides unprecedented insights into the ancient worldview. While conventional scholarship often dismisses signs of advanced knowledge as mere coincidence, the quantitative data and technical precision embedded in ancient constructions compel a re-examination of these historical narratives. The discourse presented here urges experts to reconsider established paradigms and remain open to the possibility of alternative, even radical, theories. Embracing a synthesis of empirical research and speculative insight is not an act of abandoning scientific rigor, but rather the pursuit of a more comprehensive understanding of our collective heritage. The detailed computational models, geospatial mappings, and astronomical correlations discussed throughout this analysis offer a promising framework for further exploration. It is imperative that future research policies incorporate interdisciplinary methods that balance rigorous technical analysis with innovative theoretical perspectives. Through such an integrated approach, we may bridge the current gaps between empirical data and ancient wisdom, ensuring that historical achievements are accurately appreciated. This call to action is extended to scholars, researchers, and curious minds alike, urging them to engage in further meticulous inquiry and to challenge the limitations imposed by conventional science. Ultimately, open-minded exploration stands as the cornerstone of progress.